This week, my body hurt really bad from Richmond. I thought I had a stress fracture, so I spent about 4 hours in the ER getting an x-ray. Spent a lot of time with the PT, just everything hurt. I think in some ways, today will be the most challenging race because my body and my energy I'm exhausted. Someone said to me a few weeks ago, like, I don't even want to know the trauma that you've been through because normal people don't run 29 marathons, but it's not about the trauma, it's about the hope. I hope that people see me doing hard things and realize they can do it too. I'm just exhausted, and I definitely think about quitting and the temptation of quitting and just wanting to be done and getting back in bed and being with my boys. It's really a mental game of just not letting yourself quit and keep on putting one foot in front of the other. Each marathon, it's a challenge to get past wanting to quit and to finish. Nine years ago, when I was assaulted, that just started the PTSD and the depression. But what was a lot more long-term was I got in a super abusive relationship, physically and mentally. And that was just a constant reminder day after day that I was dirt. And I think there's two big things that I took out of that. One was I needed to be perfect, otherwise I would set them off. I'd get strangled, I'd get kicked out of the house and have to sleep outside. So this year, I'm trying to learn grace with myself. I'm trying to learn that it's okay to make mistakes, that no one's perfect. That's been really great. And I also, part of these abusive relationships is being isolated. So I was isolated from my friends and my family, and I just felt so alone. I remember being in college and my psychologist asked me, are you suicidal? And I said no, but I wouldn't mind if I didn't wake up in the morning. And I meant that. I didn't care anymore. I was so depressed. I was so done with life, and that felt terrible. Before the assault, I was really bright and bubbly and adventurous and happy-go-lucky. And I think when the assault happened, my whole perspective of life kind of changed. My dad said that a light went out from my eyes. It was a really sad time period, and I get envious when people talk about how exciting the college years were for them, because I was really lost and alone and sad. I would be so proud to go back to the sad summer and tell her how strong she actually is and how that fire is gonna come back and how she's gonna use her pain to do really good things and hopefully help other women along the way. I realized and I learned trauma doesn't just disappear. Your brain literally is rewired. It's changed. You have to do the active work. I have to do the active work to actually recover and not just pretend like nothing happened to me. I chose to run 29 marathons way before I told my husband that's what I was going to do. I couldn't run a mile at the time, and I had no idea how he was going to react. And whenever I did tell him, the first thing he said was like, I know my wife didn't say 29 marathons. Like, I don't think he believed me. I cannot believe how this dream of mine to run 29 marathons could have affected my boys and my husband and my relationship with them, but I feel like my marriage has never been better. My husband has been the most supportive man, husband, father I've ever seen. I can't believe how much he loves me, but he does. Learning that you can't just shove trauma down, that you actively have to work on recovery, was really illuminating for me. And so my idea for the Strength Through Strides charity is building a program for women to have therapists, to have coaches, to have that support to be able to recover and also to be able to work on their dreams. And they can, prove to themselves how strong they are. They can achieve their dreams because they're capable. And I'm really proud to be a part of the recovery process.